As a maker, my long-term shopping list is quite long. When TEMU offered to send me something, I saw an opportunity to get something I've had in my shopping list for a while. All these TEMU Maker Haul products are something I've selected myself and would have bought at some point anyway. I'll go through all of these items one by one, what they are and why I selected them. I'll add timestamps in this video so it's easier to follow along. If you haven't used TEMU app before, there's a link in my bio or code in description you can use to get free gifts with qualifying order. That's for new app users only. Let's start with this multimeter. This is NJTY T1, automatic 4000 count multimeter. This was $10.99 when I selected this, but for each of these products, check the current price on TEMU if you are interested. This is so simple, just press power button to turn this on and it's ready to measure voltage in both DC and AC, also resistance and continuity. Another function, the non-contact voltage detection, is activated by pressing and holding the Hold/NCV button. If you are looking for a main multimeter for electronics work, you might be missing features like current, capacitance, diode and millivolt measurements. But if you need a multimeter to, for example, keep in your car's glove compartment, this might be a good option. This can measure battery voltage, check if fuses are still working, etc. This is a cheap multimeter. Input protection isn't perfect, but for many users it doesn't matter. Just be careful if you must measure mains voltage and stuff like that. Next item is something related to that multimeter. It's a set of multimeter test leads. Somehow I missed it, but these actually came with alligator clips as well. These were $3.99 when I selected these. So yeah, this is a pair of cheap PVC test leads, but what I like about these is the thin end of the tip. These are great for back-probing connectors, and these are also better than stock leads in many multimeters when measuring something on modern PCBs that have fine-pitched SMD components right next to each other. For such low price, I like to always have extra pair of these just in case. What are these other cables? Oh, these are charging cables for iPhone. Set of 3 was about $5.50 or less than €2 for one. I could get 2 of these 3 packs from TEMU for the same price as to pay for 1 cable in local store. These are MFI certified, so these work without any problems or errors. Just basic cables for a very cheap price. Next up, air duster. This was $30.59 when I selected this. It's advertised to have 60,000 RPM motor. Exact RPM doesn't really matter as long as this can blow air as well as expected. The package comes with air duster, couple of brushes and nozzles that can be used to blow dust or inflate things like pool floats, air mattresses and other similar things. The duster has a USB-C port and there's a USB-A to USB-C cable in the package. This has 2 speeds and the trigger cycles between slow, fast and off. Based on my initial testing, this does a decent job at loosening dry dust from surfaces, blowing cobwebs, dust bunnies, etc. This isn't a miracle machine though. If humidity or oil has made the dust stuck to a rough surface, this may not get all of it off. But for initial cleaning of electronics, keyboards, etc., this will definitely be powerful enough to replace canned air in our household. 2 more items left. This one is something I've probably never seen before. Liquid electrical tape. This was $7.49. Every now and then there's a need to fix an insulation on a cable that has nick in it. Often it's not possible to put heat shrink around the cable without cutting it, due to bulky connectors for example. And I hate regular electrical tape. This liquid electrical tape seems interesting. This one comes in a can that has a brush inside the cap. This goop can be brushed on the damaged area of the cable, and I believe the right way to use this is to add 1 layer, let it set for 5 or so minutes until the surface isn't sticky anymore, and apply another layer. That's what I've heard. Applying a couple of thinner layers is better than 1 thick layer. This could also be used to protect crimped connectors, coat PCBs, and many other applications where brush-on sealer is needed. I will make another video later where I demonstrate this in multiple different applications after letting this goop to set for longer time. About the curing time, I believe it's about 5 minutes for the skin to form and up to 24 hours to fully cure. This is sticky goop, easy but messy to apply. I hope this will hold well in real world use. Last item is the big ticket item of this order. Phomemo M110 thermal label printer with roll of 40 by 30 mm labels. This was $40.99 during ordering. This is something I've been wanting to get for a while. This is controlled using smartphone app, which is in my opinion very intuitive to use. You can select correct label size from predefined list of labels and app's drawing area will be matched to the selected label size. You can add QR codes, barcodes, text, photos, icons, many different elements you might need in your labels. When label is ready to print, there's option to move the position, if there's offset between print and the actual label. This shouldn't happen if correct label size is selected and roll is inserted properly, but that function is nice to have if needed. Some say these Phomemo thermal labels can survive years without fading, while regular thermal paper might fade in just a couple of months. That's something I can only test by printing test labels and placing them somewhere where I'll remember to check them after months, year or a couple of years. I will make another video after I have had more experience with some of these products, if there are any noteworthy updates to share. The liquid electrical tape is something I especially want to revisit after using it for a while. See you next video. Thanks.